What's good, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of The DJ's Take.
I'm Donnie.
And I'm James, and on this show, we talk about the music industry from a fan's point of view. Donnie, what are we getting into today?
Today we are going to discuss concerts in general of 2024, and I guess we'll dabble a little bit back into 2023 and just go over, just a few concerts we've been to, or even concerts that we're looking forward to going to, or a few trends, and see what we can come up with.
Yeah, first question is if you were an artist, what time period would you want to tour?
I feel like nothing is better than summertime. So I'm doing summer. However, you are competing with so many people for venues and things like that. They're when you say I'm going on tour, you can't just say, oh, I'm going on tour, because you got to plan the venues out. And somebody I would say that just did that recently is Christopher Brown, who's a favorite artist of mine. It's just his tour. He dropped his album 11/11, and the 11/11 tour comes out out of nowhere. I do not think this was just planned. I just think he was like, I'm going on tour. Yeah. And I think it shows with the dates he had to choose. He has concerts on Wednesday, on Thursday. Some are in cities that you just why would you go there?
I think my thing is, biggest thing, Devo thing I would do is, I'm not doing a show outside. I don't care if I have to scale down. I am not being out in the hot sun doing
in Tampa.
Yeah, I was when we were in Tampa, I was hot for me just standing there. I couldn't be performing.
So when we were in Tampa, we went to the Chris Brown concert, and it was 98, 96. Yeah. It was hot. And we were dripping sweat. So we can only imagine an artist like Chris Brown. This would have been okay if it was an Adele just sitting there singing. Yeah. But this is Chris Brown, back flipping, front flipping, dancing,
Doing it all. That was just too crazy. So that was probably well, we can do.
Well, it's wild that you say that, because my favorite venues, I hate stadiums, I hate being in arenas. When I say I love, it's my favorite thing, the aspect of outside concerts. It is a fun time. It's a fun time tailgating. It's just everybody's involved. We're all having fun. But when you go to arenas or stadium, it's more cross your T's, put your napkin over your lap, sit there. You're not getting that raw energy from the fans. You're not getting to meet other fans. When I went to see Post Malone at KeyBank Pavilion, Chris Brown at KeyBank Pavilion, who else? Jonas Brothers at KeyBank Pavilion. The energy of just getting to meet like-minded people who were there to see the same artist was such a wonderful experience for me.
My favorite show definitely was when we were in Tampa and it was outside. But I'm saying I like that as a
as a consumer.
As a consumer, but I would, as an artist,
they would never happen. And I agree with you. But it's the stadiums. That's the only thing you can do unless you're in a dome, for real. So you're always outside. So your aspiration, you probably just got to, as an artist, buckle up and do it. Because you want to get to a stadium eventually.
Yeah, and who's your favorite show of all time, do you think?
That I've been to? Or oh man. So it comes down to levels in the concerts I've been to, because I've been to Ed Sheeran, I've been to Taylor Swift's Eras concert, Maroon 5, Chris Brown, and of course my favorite artist that I think performed the best is going to be Christopher Brown. That's just that's what he does.
Favorite artist.
He's a showman, and however. And Beyonce, I don't forgive you for not coming to Pittsburgh. I was supposed to go to that too, but I'll let it slide because I heard it wasn't your fault.
Whose fault did you hear?
I heard it was I heard it was multiple things.
Because the mayor begged her to go.
So what, you think it was Beyonce's fault?
I kind of do, because the mayor said he would make the day after her if she came.
Do you think it was tickets? So I heard that venue.
It wasn't ticket sales.
I heard it was the venue couldn't meet what she
needed. I get that.
But that kind of something doesn't feel right, because Taylor Swift came there and it was met. So I don't understand what happened.
And this is not shade, Beyonce has a more technical lead, because I watched the movie.
You're talking about her screen in the back.
Yeah.
So I was thinking that maybe Heinz Field was oh, we can't provide, but you're Heinz Field. Come on. Well, not Heinz Field, Esquire Field, whatever it's called. But Acrisure, you know how to pronounce it?
Acrisure.
Why did we do that? Why did we do that? So
it's like the Staples Center. Like the dream is to go to the Staples Center now.
now we're at Crypto Arena. So, but I really wanted to experience her
Beyonce.
presence
Me
and
too.
and her performance. So that I didn't get to experience that. However, the best concert when I go to production and everything just seeming like $1 million budget would be Taylor Swift's Eras Tour. I've never seen such a high budget, and the feeling of being in a mountain area with like hundreds of thousands of people, or 80,000, 90,000 people, all just 1, 2, 3, 8 screaming. It was pretty insane. It was
Seeing
insane.
her killer dance moves.
It wasn't like I said, but it was the production around it. So it's like whenever she
No,
does,
I believe it.
when she's doing If I Was a Man, and like you see her going, I'm so sick of doing everything I can, walking up the stairs, and then like she's on the desk, like, and then comes down. It was just
You know
a
who
surreal experience.
who I would want to see at that level, like at a stadium like that? Katy Perry, because no one does
would be
production.
fun.
Nobody does production like
That would
Katy
have been
Perry
fun.
like that.
I wish.
But my favorite, this is a surprise. Like my favorite is going to be obviously Chris Brown, because he's just
Absolutely.
our favorite. So that's what it is. But a sneaky favorite for me, this is going to come out of complete left field. It was Mary Mary. They came to my hometown and performed
Ooh,
at this thing, and they literally, it was like not a big deal whatsoever. No dancers, no set. But I don't know what it is. Me and my cousins that went,
That stage
it's
presence.
just they had such a stage presence, and I was so close and could see it, and it was just they were such performers. And of course they're not busting down 1 2 1 2, but it was just, I don't know how to describe it, that feeling, but it was like I was like, y'all are just professional singers. Like that's what it is. Like y'all are professionals, and I stuck with that for so long, and I've been to so many concerts, and that always sticks with me.
Because we say this all the time, and we always discuss how there is such two different worlds or disconnect when it comes to the Christian aspect of music and the secular music. Because I've been to a Fred Hammond concert. I've been to where he brought out different artists, and it's some of my favorite concerts because these artists are singing and they're not doing anything extravagant, but it's so much talent.
Do you think
that
it's
it
because
knocks your socks
it's like
off.
everything's encompassed? It's like the talent and spiritual. It's just all connecting. So it's like you feel.
So I think it's exactly when I told you and Tim that the Taylor Swift Eras Tour experience was a spiritual experience because everybody was all one mind and one accord in that area. I think I think that could be an aspect. Like when I'm at Fred Hammond, it's of course my beliefs is Christianity, and then there's just people standing up, professing their love towards Christ, and just hands. It's vulnerability. So it was a different type of emotions in it. So yeah, I can agree with that.
Also, I think that like most Christian artists are not entertainers. So therefore the production, the synchronicity, the like all that stuff is super duper on point, because if they're not gonna dance or move around, do something besides clap their hands, you know what I mean? Like you gotta do something that keeps the crowd like engaged.
So the crazy thing is, a lot of people from around the country will love to see church choirs work, and that's why Kirk, let's be real, when white people come into a black church and they see it is the most entertaining, fun thing for them, and they're like, wow, my church is so boring compared to this.
Yep.
So no, I think the entertainment aspect is
real.
there.
For a choir, yeah. I guess I think more so like he had with like Mary Mary. They weren't doing a bunch of jumping around or anything like that.
no.
And same thing with like Fred Hammond, and the same thing with Shirley Caesar,
Yeah,
or
I
then
agree.
people like that. Kirk Franklin and like Ty Tribbett, those guys are outliers. There's not, and if you look in the Christian world, there's not
Yeah, I
many people
agree
like
with you.
those
Fred
guys.
Hammond standing at a mic and singing in front
And
of
I
the
think
majority.
I think more so maybe because they come from that church world, they know how to like usher in that energy from the crowd with subtleties, like being like, "Come on," and they just know how to do the
move the
factory
crowd.
things
Okay, yeah,
to
I agree.
make it work. Whereas some people, they can have the special effects, they can have it all, but they're just performing song on the set list instead of like really just like working it, like working the crowd. That's the thing.
So it was Mary Mary for you.
It was just Mary Mary
So
for me. which
Another
is so left
person
field.
I would say, other than Chris Brown, the Jonas Brothers, man, they are awesome.
Yeah, I
And
have been seeing
Jonas
their
Brother and
shows.
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran.
Like they move, man. They're awesome.
Let's talk about some of the summer tours that we've been seeing online trending. We can start with Nicki Minaj, the queen of rap. Her set is dope. That's
Her
one thing
set
I will
looks
say.
super dope.
Her set looks incredible. Like she dropped the biggity for that set.
I agree. So I'm not gonna lie. I am somebody who is very biased towards rappers. There's very few concerts, maybe none, that I've been to a rapper's concert, and the only one I would really want to go to is like a Drake,
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar. And what is in Kendrick Lamar until he dropped Not Like Us? Drake and Tech Nine. It's because Tech Nine has a cult of a fan base, and man, they love and he's just different. So it would be cool to experience that. But yeah, I don't really enjoy watching rappers just walk around the stage with their mic and go.
You know who else too though? Cardi. Cardi performs.
Cardi, she's a performer though.
The thing about a rap concert is if you got a rapper that has a lot of 808s and just banger style songs, when it hits, and this is when you want to be in an arena, because whenever the 808s hit in that arena, there's just nothing like it. It just knocks and the whole place
who is
just
one
erupts.
of the people you would say that you went to see that it was like your best hip hop?
Probably Lecrae at a Console Energy Center in Pittsburgh. That concert was
the
lit.
Christian artist that
Seeing
I say
Lecrae
like, probably Lecrae. Lecrae was hard.
He was good.
So
Speaking of rap, Meg Thee Stallion's on her tour with the arena tour, Hot Girl Summer Tour, and that's been doing successful. I've been seeing a lot of people, including myself, and I'm not like a Meg Thee Stallion hater. I just didn't think that she could do arenas, but she's selling these arenas out left, right, center.
So it's crazy because it's like what I told you. I really feel like Taylor Swift broke Ticketmaster and concerts. It's like everybody now is like selling out people because people are like scared that they weren't going to get tickets. Like, oh, you got to get tickets now because there's not going to be tickets. You're going to have to buy them for $400, $500. And that used to not be the case. Like I was telling you, I used to buy tickets the day of. Like I went to Post Malone last year and I paid like $150. I'm going to Chris Brown today and I paid like $450 a ticket. And I understand it's Chris Brown, but it's like, it's being a trend for everybody. Olivia Rodrigo, $600 for tickets. Sabrina Carpenter, tickets are sold out already. Like these are people in the beginning of the success of their career, and they're not supposed to be selling out day one. That's not how it typically works.
Yeah.
You know? So Taylor Swift really just made everybody be like, oh no, if you get them now or else you're not gonna be able to, or you can resell them. And it killed concerts. It really did.
Is it just me, or does it seem like more so than ever in the history of this country, everyone's just willing to spend all their money on entertainment? Like,
Yes.
everything is sold out.
COVID did
every
that.
concert by every artist, every basketball game, every female basketball game now, everything is sold out all the time. It's like there's only so much stuff you can go to, I feel like, but everybody doesn't seem to want to miss anything. And they are shelling out ducats, man.
Marketing has been on an all-time high for everything, and it's been awesome because like people back in the day, Chris Brown came to Pittsburgh and there were some seats like available in the arena at PBG Paint, and we were like, what? Like, this is Chris Brown. Like, this is crazy. Is he really just not that big here? And then I go back to my class the next day in college, and I was like, yeah, I was just at the Chris Brown concert yesterday. They were like, Chris Brown was here? Yeah. I didn't know. So it's like marketing's getting better because I feel like Chris Brown can fill that arena. I've seen more, done before. It's just marketing. Then he goes on the Influence tour, right? And he's just selling out. Granted, they're outside venues. However, this year, 11/11, sell out. So
One thing that I said though to Donnie when he said this is I think the thing could be parents are letting their kids go to concerts more than I feel like the last generation, and I think older people are going just as crazy, whereas I feel like people at like 34, they probably were like, I don't really go to concerts. Maybe I'll go back to one of my favorite and that's it. But 34-year-olds, 40-year-olds, they're going to every concert like it's like like they're 21. It used to be like from like 19 to 28, you really went to every single concert. But now it's like from 13 to like 55, you're going to concerts heavy.
But it's just wild to me. The reason why I say what I said earlier is because it seems like everybody has a tour. Everybody has a tour.
Yeah.
Because it used to be you were very like iffy on going on tours, theater or arena tours. You would go, club to club or whatever.
Yeah.
But
or you would jump on someone's tour. Like Lamar toured with Drake.
But everybody's got their own tour now.
Yeah,
because of social media. Everybody has their own social media following. Everybody has their own TikTok following. So everybody that follows them, they go to that show because they have a personal connection they feel with that person. So it's like there are people that you've never heard of in your life that are just doing theater tours. It's insane.
Yeah.
So concerts we're going to this year, or look forward to going to that are coming out. Chris Brown, and that's today. So going to the Chris Brown concert, that will be fun. He's just the best entertainer alive. So that's going to be always a treat.
Justin Timberlake later this year.
Justin Timberlake.
If he's not in jail.
If he's not convicted
Justin Timberlake, which I've been excited.
I hear it's not selling well.
No, I definitely heard it.
I heard that too, but I keep seeing great things about it. So, and like when I go on Ticketmaster to look at tickets and stuff, there's not much. So
speaking of not selling well, that J-Lo tour just got canceled.
Yeah, I was about to say
her time's up. I don't. They canceled her for some reason. I don't know why. But
and I'm like, that's when you would want to see J-Lo, y'all. You are tripping. Like J-Lo's a phenomenal performer. So
yeah, people are just haters.
It's just like, jeez, y'all, haters.
Not that deep.
I do think people are like, man, I'm not about to spend my hard-earned money on listening to the same songs again.
So
you have nothing new.
What
I'm like, they are for Janet. Janet's selling out. She's on tour too. She's selling.
What I think is, you can't be asking for an arm and a leg.
Yeah, I heard her ticket prices.
If her ticket prices were $150 for tickets, I think she would have did better. So sometimes you can't be greedy. You got to understand the realization is you are or what you are as an artist. Sell it fairly so you can still sell out your tour.
Or I think that she should have did a tour. It should have been like the J-Lo and Pitbull tour. Like she should have got another like huge
I agree.
She
would have brought Pitbull.
You know what is smart? Is she should have went off the Super Bowl and did J-Lo Shakira. They should have did a tour.
That would have been awesome.
But Shakira's probably like, I can do it.
Shakira's like, I can. Yeah.
She's like,
I do it on my own. Thank you.
Yeah, so that's fair.
I appreciate the thought though.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that.
And then one more I really want to try to see if I can go to. It just depends because I know it like sold out. But Sabrina Carpenter, I would like to go and see her watch.
Yeah, she's an excellent pop performer. Meghan Trainor's going on tour. She has the bangers. I think that's about it. Who's going on for summer tours? There's really no guys on tour, no rappers or anything.
Nobody really comes to Pittsburgh.
Post Malone's going on tour, but it's gonna be country. I feel like.
Yeah, I'll still go.
I think he's not even performing like anything. But
I hope he does. But yeah, I'm just like, nobody comes to Pittsburgh for like, they always skip us. Like we always got to go somewhere else. Like I'm going to Baltimore today.
All the stand-up comedians are coming to Pittsburgh now, but none of the rappers.
This is ridiculous. Like come to Pittsburgh. Like we like music too.
Yeah, come on.
But I guess they know.
Come to West Virginia.
No. So
Tim saw Nelly in West Virginia.
Yeah, Nelly. Oh, that wasn't. So that's Nelly was that's probably one of my.
Flow Rider too.
Flow Rider was there. Nelly, TLC. That was probably one of my favorite concerts. It was awesome. Good time.
But all right, let us know in the comments, guys. Who did you like seeing on tour? What's your favorite summer tour? Let us know what we're missing.
Who are you looking forward to seeing this year?
Yeah, let us know some like underground artists too. Like not underground necessarily, but theater artists too. Because I like going to a theater show too.
I agree.
Let us know. And on that note,
I'm Donnie.
And I'm James, and this was another episode of The DJ's
Take.
Take.